Hey guys, Dave Eck here, otherwise known as the Eckman, and today is just another quick tips and tricks video on SQL Server. This will be a short one today because all we're going to do is take a look at 6 different ways of getting the current date and time from a SQL query in SQL Server. So the first one we'll go ahead and take a look at is going to be just a simple get date. Select get date as, and I'm going to alias this and execute it. And what this is going to do is it's going to pull back the current date and time from the server that is actually running on SQL Server, or that is running SQL Server. This will be the local time, so it is something sort of important to note, just in the sense that if you happen to be running this from a workstation that is residing in a different time zone than the server is running on, you're actually going to get a different time than what shows up in your Windows taskbar or something like that. So anyways, next one we'll take a look at is going to be the current timestamp. Current timestamp. And I spelled that wrong because I told you I can't type and talk at the same time. So go ahead and execute that. Now, both of these are going to always return the exact same value. They actually use the same mechanism in order to pull back that date and time. And these do both go out to a precision of milliseconds. So that's thousandths of a second. Now, if you did have a need in your application to have a higher precision, so there is another way to get the current date and time that has a higher precision. That actually goes out to microseconds. Microseconds happen to be millionths of a second. And that is just the sysdate time. And execute. And as you can see, that is actually just going to pull back the same date and time. The only difference is that your sysdate time is going to go out to microseconds. So it's a higher precision. So next thing we'll do is take a look at the coordinated universal time. So the coordinated universal time is going to always return the same date and time no matter where you are in the world. So now you can go ahead and get that just by doing a simple get UTC date. UTC stands for Universal Timing Convention, as get UTC date and execute, and then we'll go ahead and pull that back. So now you'll see that now my local time zone here is 5 hours, or -5 from coordinated universal time. And as you can see, we're pulling back a time of 2045 in 24-hour time, or military time, if you will. And my local time is 1545. So you can see that that is the coordinated universal time versus my local time. And you can do the same thing as far as precision goes. Now this get UTC date goes out to a precision of milliseconds. Now if you did need, once again, you need the coordinated universal time, but you actually needed a higher precision, you can also go sys UTC date time. And that's just going to pull back the same thing as the get UTC date, with the exception that it goes out to a further precision on the seconds. So that one goes out to microseconds. Now that's 5 different ways of getting the current date and time. The last one we're going to do is take a look at the sysdate time offset. And execute, and then this is going to pull back the same date and time as get date or current timestamp or sysdate time, with the exception that number 1, it goes out to microseconds like the sysdate time, and number 2, it's also going to include your offset, so the number of hours that you are offset from the coordinated universal time. So as I was saying earlier, I am in a time zone that is 5 hours -5 from coordinated universal time, and this is showing my time, my local time, and the offset from coordinated universal time. So that is 6 different ways, guys, of getting the current date and time in SQL Server from a SQL query. If you enjoyed this video, I ask you to go ahead and like and subscribe. If you don't, then don't, I guess. So anyways, thanks for watching.